After Capcom saw a decent success with the original Street Fighter, they decided that the game was in need of a sequel. They wanted to continue the story, but from a new perspective. And somewhat into production, they decided that the game was so far removed that it couldn't be seen as a Street Fighter sequel. So instead, they made it into a parallel game series and gave it the title Final Fight. As said, Final Fight is not a fighting game. Instead, it is a side-scrolling beat-em-up, and one of the best. Like most games in the genre, Final Fight has a simple but effective story. The Mad Gears gang have kidnapped the mayor's daughter and are holding her captive. This is not something Mayor Mike Haggar is going to take. He recruits Cody, his daughter's boyfriend, and the two of them go out to take out the Mad Gears gang for good. This being the Super Nintendo version, one of the most disappointing things about the game is how the game left out a couple things. First off, the arcade version had an extra playable character, Cody's friend and awesome ninja, Guy. Another thing that they left out was the multiplayer, making this a completely single-player game. Seriously, there is no option to play with a friend, which is the best way to play beat-em-ups. But if you understand that they had to do these things because of the space limitations and just judge what is left, you will still find a very good game regardless. If you have ever played a beat-em-up, then you pretty much know what to expect here. You start at the left side of a street and you move to the right, fighting, punching, and kicking everyone along the way. The combat itself is very solid and very satisfying. With the great sound effects and character reactions, you feel like your punches are connecting. You can also pick up and use weapons on your enemy, such as knives for extra damage. One thing that I like is how every enemy you target has their name and life bar appear. It is both helpful for knowing the health of the enemies and also funny to see some of the names. Final Fight for the Super Nintendo is a great arcade beat-em-up, but suffers from missing content, like Guy, multiplayer, and who can forget Poison. But even with those missing features, you can't go wrong with some Final Fight, except if you are choosing it over Turtles in Time.